Welcome to Free Flow, St. Lucia's best and biggest podcast. Let's get it.
I don't have the same camera as you, though. Like, stop trying like
I'm
make
not-
me feel less than. Stop trying to make me feel less than.
Dog, you have too much to feel like that, doggy.
I have too much.
Just-
How you mean I have too much?
Dog, you know what? I didn't
No,
see
let's
you
talk.
go
We
clip
can
that.
talk, bro. We can talk. Like,
my
how I
past
have
experience
too
in this
much-
podcast.
I actually, bro,
you not clip that.
I can clip what you just said.
I know,
So,
we
so
clip
just
that.
continue, bro.
No, dog, you know.
No, I'm just saying, Irie. Well, welcome, Nazim.
You know what?
I didn't have nobody else
Fuck
to
that.
bring
Let
here,
me say my
so
thing.
I brought him.
my thing. You have too much to feel less than as in all I have is a camera, doggy.
Mm.
So let me have my moment. Let
What
me
I
shine,
have?
doggy. You just have too much.
What?
Dog, you have like
Dog, me not
Dog,
be like.
dog, everything you have, doggy. Like
I
just
work for it.
let me have a camera, dog. At least a camera, dog. You have a space. You have the
The
right
man
you
have
have
a
generator, doggy.
$30,000 camera.
Doggy, stop capping.
The man have a
Oh, doggy, stop capping.
$30,000 camera.
Doggy, that's
Do you know
such-
what $30,000 is? You could sell your camera and buy a ride.
Doggy,
You could sell your camera and probably buy land somewhere.
where?
You know, I just checked. I didn't stop the audio. When we stopped the video the first time, I didn't stop the audio. So it was always recorded, which means I can at least clip the audio and use some sort of AI to make you, to make you sound
Anyway,
like the bad
so
guy.
I came on the podcast and Akiva wasn't even like prepared, so like he has no questions for me, so he just basically freeballing. Like I wasn't even with that, so
You're right. Actually, you wasn't even. Honestly, I started like putting together
a script.
not a script. I do script, but like a structure. I
Sorry.
like to call it.
We don't script around here, guys.
Yeah, we do script. I probably script like the first episode. When I say script, I mean like
So that I was looking, so I was joking.
that's so
I
crazy
said
though.
looking, not even what that.
To show you how
You just get a thing and you just feeling violated.
to show you how you lied, dog. The first episode was not even the first episode I shot.
I know you told me that. As a partner, I have to know that.
I don't know. I was saying something. Yeah, I scripted. The first episode, it was not scripted. Like the intro, obviously, I think I read the intro from a piece of paper, and the intro of the actual guest, like just talking about the guest and whatever, all that was scripted. Because I was literally reading it from a
That's your
piece of
first
paper.
episode, though, so like
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But then after that, it's like, as I say, structure. So like, point form questions, okay, moving to that segment, moving to that segment, moving to that segment. But yeah, I don't script anymore. Batman doesn't script. Batman is just,
Speaking of Batman, let me actually show you a segment that I want to do something though. Like not like this, that's your vibe, but like
like a podcast.
I don't want to call it a podcast. It's not a podcast. I
So-
just want to record myself though.
Record it like yourself alone.
No, and this one, let me show you something. 'Cause it's a podcast my girl sent me. It was an episode, and it looked like something super fun that we could
A group.
let me give you context now,
Because
it's not making
the way you describe.
so it's a podcast, eh?
Mm.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's actually.
Princess treatment. So if he does his stuff, is it bare minimum princess treatment? Buying your favorite snack just because writing a love letter. Oh, I think that's princess treatment.
Said not that I was talking about. That's what she sent me.
Mm.
But I
I
was
was like, bro,
yeah.
who doing that?
But that's wow.
Products that we don't think men will know what they are. Let's start off with the first image. So this is the first image. What is it?
I don't know the name.
It's that what's that?
Yeah,
What's that?
that's for makeup.
But okay.
Okay, that's for like.
Check me.
Yeah, like you know.
Oh,
like it's you that's.
But it's a good focus.
It's a go, yeah.
But yeah, that you.
I go try and
you know
look for
that
what
there?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, but I
Uh.
know it's for like just now, like blending.
No, that's what I thought too, and I think it's for blending too. But I don't know the name of it specifically.
Yeah, I don't.
But
Yeah,
like-
I think it's for blending.
It's for blending because he's saying that it's for blending too.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
the girls kind of laughing, but they're like,
I know that it's a makeup product that you use to not to blend. Is this to no? This is not to blend.
What is it then?
I don't probably show you, but
I don't know. The brush is to blend
Okay. But what's this?
to set.
the man say to set. Oh my god, that was self gas. That was a dog. You don't set, man. Set is like when you finish the makeup.
yeah,
And
I know
like-
like regular like a certain spirit.
Yeah.
Something like she does. But that's still blend doggy like.
Yeah,
You're not saying in that like if you're right or wrong, though.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
laugh at him, but
there's
no.
laughing.
Next one. What is this?
Was
I
that-
say I know that.
what's
There.
that?
I used to put lashes. Dog.
What's it called?
I know
You
the
have to
names.
put
I don't know the names of any of these things. That's to like hold the lash.
Right.
Like it
But
hold
then
in
they
the
have
lash and then they
but
put in it like
True.
they have the glue and thing.
But then they have eyelash curler too. And
Well, that I know.
That look like eyelash curler.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen an eyelash curler.
Because
But I just know that scissors thing.
you're
we
right.
can, like, it's a,
You're right.
to
They
put
have
the lash.
You're right. But women have seen done it. They just like do like the like only lash
And just put that.
put the glue and just let's see what you say.
So this is an eyelash curler.
Oh,
Eyelash
that's a
curler.
curler. So, okay,
Eyelash
so,
curler.
so
I don't know what's it different because if you look at that properly, doggy, like
that looking like the same thing. Unless it's just the same thing, then. Unless it's just the same
the
thing.
women that are watching that, they put let us know. 'Cause I don't know. Put that up on the screen.
Yeah. I could put both up on the screen. Eyelash curler. Whatever the hell that is.
Alright.
This one.
Oh, I know that. Why I know what all these things are?
I will lie for a second. I didn't check what that was there.
I knew that was there immediately.
What was that?
The thing with
But see what dog is? Dog is big man around the dog.
Yeah,
And it was like this,
like,
like, oh my
like,
gosh,
what the
she's
fuck, like,
you're a
just
period
so you
killer.
know
You
that.
check it out,
Yeah,
it's just
a
like
cup,
fam.
a cup. A cup they call it.
Again, I can't remember the name of what they call it exactly. But what's it used for?
The period.
I know.
How you mean? So how you ask me what did you small? You tell me you know, like
So
you
I
know.
want you to get the name, like the. I guess I mentioned cup.
I don't know the names. I don't know the names of them things.
It's like menstrual cup.
Mention cup.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I say a cup.
Well, we're right.
You're good. Next one.
Yeah, I know that. Eh?
I don't remember that, huh?
It's a. They go see though. It's
No,
called.
it's on you. So
I-
in post when you could.
It's I can't remember the name, but it's like a is it a DY some
Oh,
an IUD,
oh,
an
okay,
IUD.
Okay.
It's an IUD, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
What is that?
A hook. I'm gonna say a hook.
Amen.
I hope your gynecologist does not use this on you because that.
I saw some. Go on.
He's like, that's almost like
But anyways,
uh,
that's kind of what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
not like a podcast episode, like it's just kind of more like a light, fun
So we could make like a YouTube video, kinda.
type of vibe. Yeah. Not because, but it will be normal like shorts for like for TikTok, like it's for socials. Not like
But, like,
social, but like I'm just saying. It's for,
The thing is, like what I would say about that specific, like shift more to the right. I feel like you'll like they have more frame space.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was saying, and you've told me that before. The episode that we posted that we did with me, you Kyle,
Mhm.
it not fitting the rest of the episodes.
Yeah,
like
man.
the type of thing. So I don't know if like I should still do these kinds of videos or like do it separately.
That should not be on your main channel, though. I was saying that in just in relation to general, like that's something that maybe even I want to just.
So you're saying
endeavor in-
that can be something we can just do,
Yeah, if I do, you do, but like just not only main, because this is supposed to be.
like the brand.
Yeah, man. Honestly, even this episode, I just don't feel like I should do the podcast because.
Well, we don't have a choice. Okay, I'm just being honest with you guys. I need to. Okay. Let's just address this. Okay, let's just address this.
Let's address.
One, I feel like consistency is better than not doing something just because you want it to be perfect. All right, I feel like you should be consistent even if it's not perfect, as opposed
Yeah.
to not doing anything because it cannot be
Yeah,
perfect.
no, I agree that.
You
Yeah.
check it? And this is what this is. This is an attempt at being consistent and posting and giving you all a video every single Sunday, as opposed to because I didn't have a guest and all my guests cancel on me. I'm just not
I'm the
throwing any
backup.
shit for my guests. That means it's just a backup. But yeah, this is my attempt at being consistent.
Now,
Okay?
what I was saying though was that,
But no, it does not fit the brand of what we normally do
and that's
here
what I want to
at
say.
Free
Like,
Flow.
even if it's because what you want to do is, in my opinion, like this is not like super off brand because we'll be talking about some stuff for sure. And who knows, maybe that might be a fire episode. I'm not sure. All I'm saying is that like it should still be because the last time we did this, it was more like couple women. Now you know,
I
I don't
think it
know.
was really kicks off though.
It was, that's what I'm saying. But if we have like a little more structure, kind of like in line with what you normally talk about, and throw a little bit of that here and there, that's cool.
what I would say though is I'm still somewhat trying to get what I really want to be the brand.
Okay.
So, because it started off in probably the first 3 episodes as something that's as a calm, light-hearted, not exactly deep conversation,
Right.
a little bit of kicks off, that kind of thing. And then it started turning into more deep conversations just because of what I'm trying to mimic right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Yeah, and
we're on the 9th episode, bro.
the brand growing, bro. So
Yeah, so it's like I'm still kind of feeling it out to see what I really want because, bro, all that like I want to, as I say, I don't know, like I want to develop the brand. I just don't know like what the brand is
I
yet.
feel you, and I completely agree with your statement about like being consistent at the expense of, let's say, like
Perfection.
It's never good to be like a perfectionist. You have to be a progressionist.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
progressionist. So at the end of the day, yeah, I would just say like not to sacrifice quality too much when it
Mm-mm.
comes to that.
Nah, man.
So
Well,
not that I'm not a quality guest, but
yeah,
I just
dog. But yeah, I agree. Yeah. So that's as I say, that's the attempt, trying to be consistent, guys. I hope you all appreciate that I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to post on all the days I'm supposed to post
Yeah,
in
man,
terms
yeah,
of
man,
not
yeah.
just the videos, but like the actual content throughout the week.
you have like a real schedule too.
Yeah,
As well?
man.
Okay.
Like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So what you, because like the reels is you, so it's easier just to do like a
Yeah, and honestly, that's why you've probably been seeing more reels of me
yeah.
because the guest dog. I don't to give the guest too much thing, but
No,
like
but
dog,
it's
the
happened,
guest
dog.
canceling on me,
It's
bro.
happened,
So
dog.
it's like when I'm supposed to have like 2 episodes in the week, like shoot 2 episodes, and that means I have reels for the week. Like I don't have reels because I
And
don't have
that's
episodes.
where, again, as you go along, like you start doing batch content. So even if,
Yeah,
let's say,
but that's why I do
two
with the
weeks in-
reels. So I shoot like 5 reels in a day, so that at least I know I have like at least 2 weeks worth for reels.
True.
You check it?
And with the guests too, so at least like it doesn't be all difficult with the guests, but at least you will know like, okay, hey, if maybe for 2 weeks straight, dog, guests come, I have a backlog.
Yeah,
That just
yeah.
comes with a bit more like time, experience.
No,
And I was gonna say with something else, but you about to ask something.
no. Well, what I was saying is, that's what I did at the beginning. So before I even posted the first episode, I shot 5 episodes before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a month worth of episodes, but then I started to lack, not lack. I took a couple of weeks off because I wanted to learn Da Vinci, and then when I finished learning Da Vinci, I was like, bro, that's crap. So I stopped.
Guys, insane. Eh? Whoever watched know about Da Vinci,
Like,
one crack.
Honestly, like I don't do throw shade on Da Vinci. It's just I just feel like it's not for
But
me.
it's
Though.
just two things. I feel like it could be your system. It's both things. I feel like it's your system, and also the lack of knowledge, though. Because I also got Da Vinci on my Mac and my iPad, and when I open it, doggy, I would like it's a little bit intimidating.
It's not even intimidating.
That-
I just find it's unnecessarily difficult.
But that's the thing. You feel like that is because you don't know. Because I don't know either. But
Bro.
as long as you understand, dog, it's like a manual. You get someone driving cars for their whole life, and they give them a manual. Like, what's all that? All I know is drive.
Nah, but it's
reverse.
not even that because I'm not a stranger to editing software. You check it. So I have used
I feel like you are a little bit.
a stranger.
Not a stranger, but like, not sure. Just now, before I make a statement,
Mm,
you didn't just start editing podcast, right? You were editing already before that.
yeah.
Okay, well,
But I mean,
take
I
it
was
back.
using CapCut. I was using something else. I was using something else before CapCut. I can't remember the name. And so like I mean, I'm not a professional editor, but at the same time, I have a little bit of experience when it comes to editing. What I want, I can make what I want happen. You check it?
And you see that statement? I feel like once the editor, the NLE in question, can make whatever you come
Like you
to
have your
life,
vision in your
come to
head,
life as
yeah.
as I'm saying. So I not because I feel like that about well, not so strongly, but I also know that I'm the problem with Da Vinci right now because I just don't know. I felt like for Final Cut Pro, and that's what I was telling you, maybe check it out because I didn't have to go online. I came there,
It's dummy
it
proof.
felt like home.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
came
They have
there.
some editing software that's just dummy proof. You go there, and that's what I like. Not because I'm a dummy, just because like I don't want to waste my time learning something that's probably not that much better. The only thing I going to give Da Vinci ranks for is the color grading.
But then,
Obviously,
but that's something
everybody
that you,
knows
but,
that.
but that's
And they're not even
something-
things I use in. You check
Going
it?
back to my point. But then you know a position there where using CapCut and you feel like now because you said that to me, you feel like you
I need
want to
to.
outgrow out CapCut.
Yeah.
And I feel like the DaVinci maybe just a little bit too much right now, so I have to get like a little sweet spot.
So you think Final Cut?
I think so.
Yeah, man, and I
But-
100% think so too.
But I feel like something like Premiere. Wait, you need to try Premiere, bro? No.
I actually have Premiere, but I just the time I haven't
So,
got the time to.
I feel like Premiere it's a little easier just to fit the bill of like a monthly subscription just to test out. Because Final Cut Pro, like I say, is an investment. Like when you get that, you get that.
The thing
But
is,
then
as
that
you
Premiere,
say,
like I
like I would be able to just like test it out on your, you know,
Yeah.
on your system, just to feel it
Oh,
out.
yeah,
See,
you haven't tested out because it's Apple's market.
that's Windows.
Windows,
But like,
that's true.
yeah, dog, I feel, and honestly, I've just Apple thing, because Final Cut is an Apple thing. So Apple stuff just overall dummy proof. I love that word, dummy proof.
Okay, you keep saying that.
It's dummy proof, dog. Like literally, I feel like if they had like old people, the elderly, the best phone to get for the elderly is an iPhone.
No, I agree with you though.
Just
Like,
because Apple things just so easy to
so,
use.
yeah,
It's
I
intuitive
agree
is
with
the
that.
word. It's intuitive.
That's the word right there.
Intuitive. Yeah, dog.
Because
So
dummy proof is like it's like an insult to everybody. Is that like proper professionals usually do thing like
yeah. So it's very intuitive.
it's very intuitive. Though.
You check
First
it?
time I use my Mac, I felt the exact same way.
Yeah, man. First time I
So-
use a Apple product.
Yeah.
First time, bro. The first iPhone.
But like I Apple stand guys, because like you know I'm very open, I like technologies. But like
What you say?
like it was a stand.
How you
It
mean?
was a stand.
Our.
So
I've heard it before, but I don't know.
yeah, so like a stand is somebody. They use it for like artists a lot. So like let's say I tell them like a let's say they tell you like you're a Taylor Swift or Drake stan. It's kind of like a fan is a fan is like a regular person that like you know I'm a fan of your music. I mess with your music, but a stan is like kind of like
Obsessive.
obsessive. Like
That's from the Eminem song, Dear Stan or something like that.
I'm not sure, you know.
You heard that song, right?
No, I haven't
It's,
actually.
it's the song is basically about
Means I can get you like a. But it's about the song.
the song is basically like a super fan of Eminem that keeps sending him letters, right? And then
That's what I guess I'm already.
and then like because you know Eminem like hyper famous and thing, he not responding to the letters he keeps sending to Stan, and then Stan basically venting to Eminem through the letters.
right.
And then like Stan get to a point where like he going off basically,
Yeah, that's
and he getting
definitely.
aggressive and thing.
Also,
And
he
then,
made a
yeah,
song like that.
and
so you say-
Eminem made a song called Dear Stan because of that. You check it.
Ah.
So that he kept writing letters and letters and
I go
letters,
like,
and
that
at the
movie-
end of the song, Stan ended up offing himself because you know he wanted Eminem support and different thing, and
That's
Eminem just
insane.
wasn't answering.
I was about to say.
But he basically rapping the letters.
I was about to say that would give Stan so much validation to know that, but
So that's what. So it kind of sounded like that when you were trying to.
you know.
Live stream okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
something.
basically, that maybe came from the song, dog.
Yeah, maybe because he don't use his actual name. Not, I don't think it came from the. That
You
song
don't
was how long ago?
A long time.
I feel like. No, I
You
would
could
lie.
Google it though.
I was hearing. Not recently, but like Stan wasn't like a thing before.
I don't know.
Stan was, but
I didn't know.
me know what I'm saying. But I started
But
hearing
what were you saying?
about like why I mentioned a Stan. I said you were Apple Stan.
I'm an Apple.
Yeah, like because like you like this stuff like everything Apple. So like yeah,
But
like
that's true, dog. Everything like I just find everything Apple
no,
have
okay,
is very
now,
intuitive.
It's so funny.
Bro,
yeah.
even my watch. I did not want an Apple Watch. I never had any
Since
desire
the
to have.
Stan,
I never had any desire to have an Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Never. This was a gift.
right.
I didn't buy that. Yeah, but I wanted to watch and I was like, it's nice.
Yeah, man.
It's like a nice product. It's actually nice, but I never wanted an Apple Watch. You check
I
it?
feel you.
So, like, I'm not a stan.
That doesn't not make you a Stan though,
I don't know like how we reach on that. That's why I say I don't understand. But like,
because you're talking about Apple being dummy proof on things, and you like every time you talk about Apple, like okay, Apple just so. Like, every
yeah,
time-
it's just
I feel like your
intuitive,
face-
doggy.
And that's so funny because all my Apple products are Apple products. I've had an Apple Watch. I sold it. I have my iPad. I have a lot of Apple products, and I like
And
I'm
you'd say you're not.
no because I'm very tech wise. I'm very open. Like although I still feel like Apple is the way, which is a very stand comment. But I also am very aware. Like for example, Windows. I will not use Windows for anything else but to game because you just
Understood.
like just
True.
like and
Apple not made
technology.
for
Like I don't
gaming.
feel like Apple is the end all and be all, but the way they do it, and I like it. That's just
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, I
So,
can agree to that.
I really, the cameras,
I
the
don't Apple stand.
says the stand.
Harry dog, Harry. But what I was saying though, backtrack to like probably 2-3 hours ago, we were talking about something, and I was saying Diary of a CEO. Talk about Diary of a CEO until he notices me and comes to St. Lucia. Anyways.
Talking about the production though.
Yeah, I was talking about the production, guys. The fellas have like 5 big cameras on big tripods and huge lights.
You know,
Like
people have
big lights on
sets.
the roof and one facing there and one facing there. And like the man basically carrying his set with him. You never realize that man said the same everywhere you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the fellas, and that's speculation, but that's what makes sense. The man have a set everywhere. The man carrying his set with him.
Not, but the thing is, and again, like in my mind, that would make sense just because I kind of like the dog, the numbers, the fellas putting in, and not to mention, like Stephen Butler is a businessman, a millionaire through and through. Like, so like he didn't make his millions from
Yeah.
Like he had his investments and his stuff already, his companies already.
What
like
companies that man
because he had I didn't even in the book when you read it, he had a marketing company as well before that. Like I think that's one of the he said not his first, but I based on what I'm reading, like I guess his first like profitable or like really like well-known business or this one of them anyways, because he's invested in a good bit of businesses. And
it's mainly investing. Like, is it businesses? Because there's a difference between investing and building.
No. Initial like like the marketing thing I'm referring to, like he's like that's like saying like a startup. Like he's built stuff, but like he's also like it's not like when you start you erect companies, you build up companies from scratch, and then when you're at the point where you have capital and leverage, you can put that's what I'm saying. So right now he's an investor, but back then it was kind of like build and sell type of vibe, So I started to say that he so like he didn't make his millions from Diary CEO. Now Diary CEO, and that's why social media is so important, because all I see when I see social media is leverage. So you have all these things doing, having a podcast, attracting guests. Not only he also bringing income from that, but it's also exposing people to the other things that he does as well. So like it's just making sense for him to like double down, because at the end of the day, check that, I know of him through the podcast and know of his books, bought his books. And then the other things that he'll promote, like you have other like brand sponsorships and dog sponsorship dollars sky high, dog. Like
Yeah, bro. Imagine I didn't watching that, and you're right. I totally agree when you say all you see when you see social media is leverage, because at the end of the day, especially if your following is extremely organic, meaning like people didn't come because of a gimmick or because of something that's clickbaity. Like people literally follow you because they're very interested in what you have to offer, the product you have to offer. It's so good when you have extra things, like you have merch, you have different thing, you have a book, you have so much. Let's say you have 10, not even 10. Let's say you have 100, not 100 million, 100,000 followers, dog. If you put out a product and 1,000 people, let's just say 1,000 people.
Normally, people, let's convert it like they have like a rule of thumb, give or take, like a 10% conversion rate.
Yeah, so I was thinking that, but like I went very low. But yeah, let's just say that, dog. Like it's so great. Like you could just make like bags just like that, because people like you.
Yeah, but that's the brand of you, dog. That's like your brand, like you. That's branding, dog. That's branding.
That's
Apple
why
can put out a product that's, and not that it is crap, but like they could put the name on something and to just sell because it's them.
Because it's Apple.
And it's Apple because
Well, yeah, true.
But
that's true. But there are things I go lie, bro. I'm not going to just buy.
No,
from
but
Apple.
Side note, like people, like for example, do you follow anybody? Like people that, like
how you mean
for me
follow?
Personally, like if I look at a tech product, I'll watch a few reviews, and there are people like I mess with heavy, like online, like MKBHD Markets.
The same fella.
Yeah, look like you. Dave Lee. There's a few people I follow, like.
So in terms of, you asking me, do I follow people in terms of like for reviews?
No, I was just saying that.
I just checked that light on.
Is the I realized
I should put it off.
Probably. I was just saying that, like, are there any brand or people that have influence for you, that if they recommend something that you would buy it off their recommendation, because that's what the influencer is. They have influence. That's where that whole thing came from.
Yeah, 100%. I would say that there are, but there haven't been many.
You don't have to many. Just
No,
I'll
like
just say
I can't even think of somebody that I like. I heard them say, "Okay, get this," and I actually got
for
it.
example, like not an influencer, but like, and it goes back to the expertise or the domain expertise or like how you feel about them brand. But let's just say me and you, like, I was like, hey, Tiki, buy that, and then like you'd say
Well,
like,
I mean, what did you tell me by NI? You?
I just not like you'd ask me like, hey, them lights good or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then like just because you think I have domain expertise in a certain capacity, like not that I will say bad, you just be like, okay, cool, I'm going to put this, but like it will have a bigger effect, like like more reason to or more leverage in that capacity because like, okay, Nazim recommend that, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
man, for sure.
That's
for
what I'm
sure,
saying.
for
So
sure.
going back to the influencers and like, let's say a skincare brand and like you're watching somebody that you're watching like for 4 years, and they came out with, let's say like eyeshadow or something, and then like it's in your complexion.
You've been following that
It's actually
person.
your complexion, but this is you part on the TikTok. That's me right there. But
Set.
foundation. Let's say
Set.
foundation. Yeah, foundation.
You would
And
say
your complexion thing.
eyeshadow.
Foundation, and then like you say, and like the person like you watching or whatever the case may be in this cup, like you a girl, eh? Oh, that's a girl, but let's say you're a girl.
I mean,
And then that's what I say. Like, yeah. You most likely, at least you will check it out.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yeah,
I agree.
and if
I
like
agree.
the other factors, the price is right, yeah.
So-
But especially if you're looking for something, best believe you wait.
Yeah, man. So I would say, like, just kind of trying to put
Stay
your
in the con-
match your point to what I want to, go to. So you're saying I should build my brand based off of like things I guess I'm very interested in.
Not necessarily,
Because
but it
what
can
I
help.
because what I'm saying is apart from that, like from what you see in most people, what they build what do they build a brand off of? Like their profession or like things they very interested in, like people like you're very interested in tech or you're very into fitness, that you're a personal trainer, like them kind of thing. Because I definitely thinking like I do want to build a brand. I have already started like putting things certain things, making my page a little bit more aesthetic. If you like to see my page, change my display picture, do the little things that are within my control. I do them, but in terms of other things that I can do, I don't know the direction to go in terms of branding. Because I was talking to somebody and I just saying like I want to actually have a product, like showcase a product, and maybe make some
Like
sort of
your
company no, not my product, but like
Oh.
let's say I doing Hennessy, just very bad example because I don't know that I
But
will do.
I understand,
But
yeah.
yeah, let's say I just have a bottle of Hennessy there. I want, but I am trying to think of what product would I be interested in doing that with.
Yeah, dog. So you're talking about authenticity. You want it to be authentic to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or like something that actually suits me and something I genuinely like.
Yeah, man. Like for example, let's say I had a podcast.
Mm.
Doggy, I'd be promoting water bottles like crazy, fam. I drink.
That's
like,
so
I would have
crazy, bro, and that's so true. That's so true, and I didn't even think you would say that.
Tequila sponsor. Eh?
I didn't even think you would say water bottles, but that's so true because you have like a billion water
Yeah, dog.
bottles.
So like, hence I go back to authenticity. Like what? And the funny part is, it it can work. It can work that way where you think about it, but then it naturally happens too because dog, best believe the way you go in there, you will get traction and you will continue to grow, and with that, brands start approaching you. So
Another thing, sorry, finish what you're saying.
I'm just going to say like, then you start to realize. For example, let's say now we spoke about this. Let's say adult toy
Yeah,
approaches you.
yeah,
You go think twice and be like,
because it's just not me.
it's not you. And like, let's say somebody like start watching you for like real proper like. Because you think about it, what you'll be posting your reels, everything coming into like self-development.
Yeah, self-help
better
kind
your-
of thing,
you know,
and then you
and
come
then-
in dildos.
Hey,
Rose.
use them. And like, hence why I use the term authentic because it'd be like, dog, it could just be a shield, doggy. Like,
Yeah.
it could just be like,
But if that adult toy brand offering you like
It's about
10,000
to-
US a month,
and I was about to tell you like, it's give and take. Because right now you're in the infancy of your brand.
Yeah.
So if you take that, like, not that people that go respect you, but like, it's kind of like, okay, we're talking about that, but then, like, not
Yeah.
selling that, but like, like, do it for the right
it,
reason.
yeah, honestly though, honestly don't hear that. Hear me out. Just hear me out. Let me let me be devil's advocate for
Yeah.
a little while. Right now, I'm at the point in this where I'm funding this. I don't have no brand, I don't have no sponsor, I don't have nothing. I'm funding this. I need the money.
Right.
They offered me 10 grand US, from 0 to 10 grand US a month for 3 months. Okay, 3 months. Would you take the money? 3 months and you're doing it again, but you just need the money.
But this now wait, the same toy?
Yeah, same toy.
I hear me out here. You know me being me already, but
I know my answer.
But let me be you. If I was you, yeah, man. Because
So
let me tell you why.
okay.
Because, and the thing is, let's be logical. Forget me being me and me. Let's be logical. Like the podcast, generating enough eyeballs for him right now to like heavily affect the brand.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And you don't have like you said, you don't find like
Yeah.
your strides yet. So getting an injection of like 10K USD, that's about 27, almost 28.
80 grand.
Or like,
EC.
sorry, I'm talking about like monthly. Yeah. EC, though that could do wonders though. So, sorry, it would do wonders.
No, it would.
So,
It would. I feel like if I got like, and I'm being like 100% transparent. I feel like if I got a 80,000 EC injection into that, that will get that exactly to the point where I want it to be, and even more. And
what you want it to be, dog? Like, can you say exactly like to me?
yeah, no, but bro, when I say exactly to the point, I mean like my vision for it, it would get it to my vision. So my vision is like almost like end goal.
Okay.
How do I want this to be?
Now,
And that's staff. That's including staff. That's including like them kind of thing, not just equipment and.
But
you know?
okay, like let me give you an actual. I impose a question to you. And I'm speaking from experience, not for podcast, just from a business standpoint. I just don't think that's wise. Let me tell you why. If I'm gonna approach you right now with 80 G's and tell you I want to invest, do you think? And don't get me wrong, I know I'm not gonna be saying like the grind, like you. A lot of things would free up yourself. You don't have to like go to your job right now. You can just like literally sit down there and focus on the podcast.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that, and not that it kind of work. I'm just saying that like honestly, doggy, like having the grind and stuff is like critical, dog, to.
But in what sense? How do you
as
mean?
in experience is important. Experience is important.
In terms of the actual business you're talking about?
Not necessarily. So
because what I'm
it
saying,
could be a few things.
because the reason why I said that is because I grind in life already. Let me tell you,
I know you.
I grind already, though.
I
But so that's why I say like it has to be, like the grind has to be, like from experience with that particular field that you're in, and not just in general. Because if it's in general, then I don't need that. Though.
Not in general speaking about, but like again, let's go back to some domain expertise. Like at the end of the day, like you mentioned, like there's a lot of things. Like first and foremost, you don't know your audience yet. You do have a grasp on what it is that you want to speak about, your guests. You don't get your first, what I'm trying to say. And right now you're establishing that. So even if a mom to come with 80 G's now and say, hey, like, and that's what I'm talking about, like, let's say an investor pitch. Like, are you confident enough that let's say that's not free money now, like an investor can come to 80 G's and then give them a sizable return in a certain time frame that they want. You can guarantee that?
Give them a sizable return?
Yeah, in the time frame that they're looking for. Let's say it's a reasonable time frame.
What's reasonable to you? Because I don't even know what's reasonable.
That's true. I don't know.
Because for me, I would say
you say 3 years.
Yeah, man, 100%, 100%.
From the podcast alone.
From now, you give me 80 G's now, and in 3 years I have to give you like a return on your investment.
Yes,
bro, 3 years.
But just now, yeah.
Bro, 100%, dog.
Now,
and what do you say? 6 months?
That's not realistic.
Exactly. That's what I say.
3 years because it's not just like because that's like let's say okay. What I meant the return, like let's say you might want double that. Double
80 G's.
Yeah, like it's like getting the initial investment like cover plus extra. Because if you give him back his money, that's just his money.
Yeah.
So it's not like
it's not a return.
You want it to be a case where, and not in a obvious sense like double stuff like he want to invest in it because he wants
Potential.
returns.
Yeah.
You check it, he want returns, he want dividends,
Yeah.
you check it.
Yeah.
So I see that to say, and that's the same thing we were talking about the other day, like off camera. We're talking about what we're talking about again? With Kyle, and then we were saying not right now. We were telling you like just take it easy right now.
Oh yeah. Okay, it was the three of us, and I was saying like, boy, I don't mind paying somebody to do this, that, so I
Yes,
can
that's
just
it,
focus
exactly.
on.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like putting the cart before the horse. Side note, dog, you know I didn't know that's what that meant. Cart before the horse.
So the animal.
No, I followed cat doggy for years.
Yo,
I was
that
cat
don't even
doggy.
making sense,
It's not making
bro.
sense, doggy, but like I just don't know why I followed that killer.
No, I feel like at some point I thought it was that too, but that was a very long time ago.
It's not recent, but like, I was like, what? But anyways, using the cat before, that's the concept I'm trying to get.
They had
to.
another thing, dog. Side note, they're like segue, bro.
What if I go watch that doggy, she go be like, I thought I told you to. Anyways, she was letting me stick on script, and I just, but
Bro, that's how.
do it there.
This is how our conversations are all the time. We never stick to a topic. But what was the original topic? Was investments,
We're talking about the ATGs, but that's
the
part of
ATG.
what-
So pause, because I have another thing that I just found out, like probably last year, what it meant.
Oh, no, okay,
Have your cake, like you want to have your cake and eat it too.
right.
So what
Yeah,
what does it no, what does it mean? Tell me what it means. I'll tell you what I thought.
So you say now, you know what it means now.
Yeah,
Well, at least you think you do.
yeah.
But you felt like, when
Bro, it was unanimous. Like I was outnumbered because it wasn't me alone.
Okay.
It was like a group of people.
okay.
Yeah, it was
So-
actually my stepmother, my father,
okay.
my brother, my sister. Like everybody was there, and like I was like, that's not what I thought it meant,
You can have
and I
it
explained to
too.
them. Yeah.
Well, I just understand from the that phrase "have it, you can eat it too" is that basically you can have it all.
Yeah.
Like-
So you can't have it all. You cannot. Basically what I understand from what they explained to me is like almost like you cannot get cake. Just to dumb it down, you cannot get cake
One thing I
and then
down, Just
yeah,
continue.
honestly, bro, you like and you can't eat your cake too. You check it. You can have the cake, but you cannot. But for okay,
But-
I making it sound so much more
You're making-
confusing
yeah, no,
than
yeah,
it actually is. But what I thought it meant was, I will just say the phrase one more time and then I'll explain.
Okay.
You cannot have your cake and eat it too. So you never see when people say I'm having cake, which means I'm eating cake, right?
Right.
So you cannot eat cake. Basically, you cannot eat cake and eat it too. Like it's just physically impossible.
Well, that's what you put it.
So you cannot get everything you want, basically. So the overall concept of what it means, I did understand it,
Right,
but
but
I
you-
just in a different kind of
like the
realm.
negative of it, like you felt like
It's
okay.
physically impossible for you to have cake and eat it. Because it's like it's not making sense. You check it, like it just not making sense.
Dog, that just valid my you understand spectrum. Like if I didn't think so before, yeah man.
Yeah, dog. Okay, so back to the
But side note, on the cake thing too, understanding what the concept the phrase is, but I also used to think like why dog? Why can't I eat it too?
me too.
I used to have a lot too.
Me
like,
too. Honestly,
When people say, have a cake, I was like, well, why not?
yeah, why cake? It's my cake.
Before like
Honestly.
understanding the vibe, I used to be like, well, my cake, dog, why
It's my
can't I
cake.
eat my
Why
own
can't my
cake?
cake and eat it too? Water break, guys. Stay hydrated. 75 hard. Oh. Yeah, that's what you call breaking the fourth wall. Yeah. What was it? Oh yeah,
80K.
yeah, 80K.
Yeah, so get him not just 80K back, but like on top of that.
In 3 years. Okay, let me tell you. What I will say is this. I don't know that I will be able to give you $160,000 back because that's what it is. But I know 100% I will be able to give you your investment back and maybe more
And what I'm saying, though, is like it's not possible. All I'm saying
in
is
3
that,
years.
all I'm saying is that like, and the thing is, time is a funny thing here, because somebody say like, but 3 years, doggy, and then like you see in like 6, 8, 1 year passing, and you don't hit your stride yet, doggy, and you say like, oh shit, doggy, and then that also putting pressure on you now because like, oh, instead you working at your own pace, you working to pay it back, and you putting strain on you, killer, and like, dog, mental health is a real thing, doggy.
Yeah,
I still want
yeah.
to say like, doing that, having the budget stuff and the help or whatever, dog, you're going to get you to a point where when a man come in and drop 80s on you, dog, you go decline because you know you can make that back easy. And when a man give you a proper proposal, you go want. Yeah,
But
dog,
that's one way of thinking about it, though.
That's one way of thinking about it.
Because if you think about it, maybe not the podcast, maybe another business. Because the podcast is a thing where it does take time.
What I actually wanted to get across to you wasn't even the specific like a realm. It was just the act of once you do have enough experience in something, I just feel like it's very dangerous to to drop a lot of money into something that you have, especially money that you do have. It's very dangerous without that experience, and it's a real thing, doggy. Like it's kind of like you have the ambition, and that's cool. That's you need that, but that in itself is not data. If, for example, you ran a successful podcast before, and then you're actually a new podcast,
And
that's
you
a
know,
whole different thing
you
because
know
you
the
already know a lot about like the structure, the thumbnails, the editing, like how you want it, the market, you have so much experience. So, for example, hypothetically, if you're talking about because before like you were in massaging and thing, right? If somebody could come and tell you about that and they want to drop some G's, even if you don't want to do it anymore, you have experience in that. So, and as an investor, I feel more comfortable. And that's why Doggy honestly on jobs and things like this. Just change the conversation a little bit. Like that's why they always ask for experience, dog. Because at the end of the day, the likelihood of you performing is greater if you have experience already. Don't get me wrong. People that have the willingness to learn and to do is great. That's why they take people sometimes that have little experience.
but that's a chicken and egg situation.
True. But in this case, that's a lot of money. And that's what I want to say. Like, I say all that to say as well, too. Like, as much as the money can help you grow, it can also stunt your growth mentally. Because, like I said, if you actually start performing at what it's supposed to, it might make it heavy on you.
And I 100% agree because I can see somebody dropping a big investment on me and like as you say a year and a half pass, you realize a year and a half pass and boy, you get no sponsor, nothing, you make no money and like that can destroy you though. That can.
And I'm speaking from experience because I've had situations and things where like I built and I got cool opportunities too. And then and like even like a very simple example of my camera. We're talking about my camera. Dog, I used to have so much fun.
40 grand.
Not 40 grand, dog. Like, so much fun on my little smartphone, doggy. My iPhone 7G, making stunning videos and dog ask people about that time.
Yeah, well I see it already. Show me.
How much thing dog and now I have the big not 40 grand, but the big camera and my MacBook and thing.
Like you see what they shoot news with. News big camera.
No, these cameras are dead by the way. that's insane.
So the man just saying his camera better than the news camera.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah, because that's the different. You know what you don't hear, but you like them kind of.
Yeah.
That's a separate topic.
Yeah.
I was saying that like, and the big camera and the all them things like it just. That nice to have like have all the picture compass and the resolution and thing, but it didn't take away from like the experience from that small camera and all them kind of things and. Plus, I'm having more fun doing it too. And check it like, that's a cliche thing, but dog is about the journey for true dog straight.
Yeah, and bro, with the podcast, I've been learning that.
And that's why I said an 80 grand injection would kill your journey, in my opinion, because you'd basically be at the end. You never, only your perfect analogy, dog. You never play a game and have cheat codes.
Yeah.
And cheat codes.
It make the game boring. For like, 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I can fly.
You see GTA, bro? GTA. Yeah, let me tell you, bro. In 2008, bro, I had San Andreas for Xbox GTA, and I got like
Xbox, that's crazy. You couldn't be friends.
No, I mean, it was mine.
Oh, alright.
It was mine. I just Gilani had an Xbox.
Look, I messaged Gilani because he might have a sister. So.
Let me tell you, the man don't have one sister. And have like a million sisters.
Anyway,
yeah, bro, I got cheat codes. Like he actually gave me the cheat codes. It was like 2 like A4 papers, the printed paper. He literally printed out up down left right, up down left right. R1, L1. White button, black button, and you get in your jetpack.
PS was up down left right, L1, L2, R1, R2, up down left right. Yeah,
and you get a jetpack, or you get like a jet or plane, or like some crazy thing. Yeah, and it's fun, but it's like, bro. It makes the game so boring after a while because like But what I will say though, I understand what you're saying. I hear you in terms of it kind of like a cheat code because you basically at the end of the podcast itself in terms of success. But what I'm saying
actually, just to say that it's that without the success. That's what I'm trying to say. Because with the investment and thing, you have like the equipment and the budget, the people, the whatever. But with one, no experience, and two, no actual like audience.
So okay, what?
And you
Let me
can get
let,
it,
let me
eh?
pose a question to you.
Mm.
What if I like that word. What if that person was an angel investor? Because that's different.
It is different.
It is different because let me tell you why. It's almost like you no longer have the stress of having to re- return the money, give them a return.
Okay.
Because so you would still kind of go through the journey. Because okay, let me tell you why. If somebody invests 80,000 in you now, you'd want to get everything, get production right, get stuff right, get everything right, so that you could give them their money back. So you're able to give them their money back. But if somebody angel invests 80 grand in you, you would still go through the journey in increments.
I disagree.
I do because I would.
I'm not saying you won't, I just disagree.
I mean,
Because-
obviously, I would buy all my good equipment, but what I'm saying is, I would still go through the journey, still fail, still like go through certain things. I probably still wouldn't hire staff right away and all them kind of
That's the thing,
things.
not necessarily though. No, don't get me wrong.
Yes,
bro.
because you have to.
probably,
For me, because I have experience with other things.
Yes,
That's what I'm telling
yes,
you.
and that's
I mean,
where-
I ran a business for a couple years. You check it, so like I kind of understand the journey in terms of business wise. So like, but podcast not really. But you know, business, you
and
have certain
they're
things.
transferable skills, and
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. All I'm saying is that it will just by not by law, I won't say by law, but it will just inherently just change the whole dynamic of it.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't
think it would.
because, bro,
Again, there's something about. Don't get me wrong. That's why I said like when you have domain expertise and you're already like fast, like cheat codes, fast tracking. It's like a necessity at that point because you can scale, you can do more, because you already have that flow.
okay, so hear that. If somebody, let's not say 80 grand then. Let's say 10 grand.
Yeah, man. But again, look, that's a whole different thing. 10 grand is a different than 80 grand because why? At the end of the day, you have a much tighter budget to play with. So you have to be very intentional about because look, that's like the equivalent of going to get a loan.
Yeah.
Like if you let's say you had your 9 to 5 job and like you really believe in your shit, you're gonna take a 10 grand loan to like just put your side. That's fine. What I'm saying is, and I say that's fine is because at the end of the day, it's still you're doing risk management. You're doing like there's a lot of things that has to be done. The 80 grand thing, not impossible. All I'm saying is it's a bit harder to do that, and it can't put strain on a young business.
Yeah, 100%. That's
Especially
not,
if you
I'm
have
not disputing
experience.
that at all.
I only speaking from personal experience, so you might be much better than me, bro. Like you said, you went through your failures already, and you know, like, okay, if I get 80 G's, proper. But like I said, I just feel like 80 G's are not even necessary because, like,
No, I don't think that. I
for
don't
what?
think so
Like,
at all.
check it,
Like why
what if-
why did we even say it? Oh, it was the toy. It was from the whole hypothetical situation. That's why it's not making sense. So because I would never feel like, bro, no sex toy company going to
No,
come to you.
what I'm saying though as well is that like the funny part is it's still a good thing to keep in mind because when you start getting bigger, brands will approach you, and you have to be very intentional about who you say yes or no to, and the money can be and dog trust and believe. When you're in situations where you need money, dog, people do any and everything to get money.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
I
that
agree.
you will, but it's just kind of what is. And what I'm saying that is like you can kill your like you can stunt the growth of your brand
Yeah.
very heavily.
And
There are
I
big brands
agree,
that
I
get
agree.
bought out and thing and they just whatever. There are brands that like again getting injections too early can just kill the because a brand the authenticity of especially in this day and age with the digital age doggy like people especially with like equipment and thing that's nice and all doggy but literally dog it's about your message dog. It's about the brand, it's about you dog.
I completely agree because I completely agree. Like I don't have no sort of I can't dispute what you say. What I'm saying is, which is not disputing,
Says the
which is
keeper.
not disputing.
Uh,
I just feel like, as I say, not 80 grand, like some sort of investment. Let's say at least 10 grand.
but I just say
Yeah. It will think. But I feel like though, maybe that's disputing a little bit. If I get like a huge investment, bro, I don't see it stunting the growth. Because as you say, one
you don't have to
one
bro.
I know
I'm saying it can, but you don't have to.
yeah,
You
I
can
don't
get
I
that
don't see
80
it, I
grand
don't see it
and
stunting
do
the
a-
growth. I literally see a big investment exploding it in a
So wait,
sense.
okay, let's okay, that's what I like to do. Let's talk business then.
Yeah.
You 80Gs, no, like
Hi.
you talk 80Gs because we use 80Gs right as
I
the
need to plan,
benchmark.
dog. You see, you can't just
No,
talk business.
doggy.
Uh,
What you doing at 80Gs?
Okay.
If you can justify that, doggy, and it's making sense,
You're
I'll
giving
say,
it to me.
I'll just say, yeah, dog, you ready for that? Tell me, 80 G's. I'll go.
80 G's.
80
Okay.
G's.
80 G's.
Mm.
First of all, 80 G's, bro. The podcast is, as I said, there. Okay. 80 G is going to comprise of.
Oh, sorry, that's not. I suppose not on D&D though, because that's mad.
80 G is going to comprise of equipment, obviously.
Okay,
Staffing.
that's insane.
Staffing
Mm.
is insane for 80 G's.
No, like going back to what I was saying, like, okay, sorry, let me continue. Staffing.
80 G's. Equipment,
Staffing.
staffing,
Mhm.
and yeah. So for now, let's just keep it at that, right? Equipment.
Put a little calculator there. Let's do.
And I just feel like, as you said, I feel like that's just a lot of money. Like I don't think I need 80 G's is what I'm saying. But let's just say my thing is 80 G's, my
80 Gs,
budget
yeah.
is 80 G's, right? I don't know exactly what equipment I will need for like 80 G's worth of equipment.
It's not 80 wolf, but like because you have 80 G's, so what's your budget for equipment then? You have 80 G's.
My
How much
budget
is
for
that? Yeah,
equipment, you see?
Yeah, easy talking.
My budget for equipment, bro, my budget, I go lie, will be about a 10 G's
10 G's.
for equipment there.
What do you get in like now?
Extra cameras for sure.
Okay.
Extra cameras, it go probably even be higher than 10 G's because if I want to get like,
no, because you said extra.
yeah,
cameras.
that's what I'm saying. So
Getting-
if I get like two other
that
cameras,
can like thinking about it, though, you can run yourself anywhere between like 20 and 40,000.
but I don't think that's necessary.
That's what I was to say when you say
not
cameras.
necessary. Yeah, it's not
because I'm
necessary.
thinking about okay, you
Let's
have
say free cameras.
okay, free cameras.
Free cameras.
Let's say
cameras.
15 G's.
15 G's.
Yeah, let's say 15 G's.
Free cameras, free lenses, right? Because no, because that's why I say the cameras not coming with the lens dog. So, but
Okay.
so let's say 20 because a lens is like $3,000. If you think about it, a lens is like $3,000. So
20 G's. Okay, fine.
20 G's. We are 20 G's,
You have
right?
60 left now.
Oh, I said what the fuck? I reach 60. I reach 60 G's. Yeah, but okay, 20 G's. We have equipment, all right? But wait, 20 G's is just cameras, eh?
Just
Cameras and lenses. But everything else is miscellaneous. So let's just say 20.
Not necessarily though, because again.
No, when I say miscellaneous, I mean like
Okay, think about it from what you need. So right now the things, and that's why I talked about that initially though. Cool, you have the uni budget. You're thinking about okay, angles. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. So you want different angles for you and your guests and a wide angle. Cool. So you know you're proper on that. And then you get the lenses. You have to get some stands for them, memory cards.
oh,
For the,
yeah. I just said what I'm talking about. Stands for the lens, bro. What?
so it stands on the camera. Memory cards to facilitate like the recording and things like that. Then
Which is not that much. And yeah, overall, yeah, cumulatively.
Maybe because like I said, you going to get any lighting,
Yeah.
any audio. I know you're talking about some darks and things just to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
easier.
Audio in terms of
Yeah, but like mics.
Mics, yeah.
Yeah, doggy,
Yeah.
20 G's, easy.
Yeah. That's more than 20 G's.
Exactly.
That's more than 20 G's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's in 40 G's area probably.
Let's just see.
Let's just say so
It
that's
can be
50,
more, I feel like. It can be more.
That's what I want to say, dog. But you get, and you see what I'm saying. You see, once you have the ability to check out within 40 G's in already.
Yeah, but we have 80 though.
That's my problem, But okay, fine. 80. You have 50 left.
Mm.
So let's say 40 G's.
Yeah, 40 G's.
Out of the way. You have 50 G's left.
You're making me afraid now.
No, I'm just saying. Let's go. You have 50 G's left.
50 G's, the rest goes to staffing dog.
Na-
Not 50 G's worth of
I
staffing.
didn't say that. I just want to know, okay, what's the stuff in then?
So the staffing will comprise of
A full massage, I just joking.
haha, very funny. The staffing go comprise of one, somebody, some sort of social media expert or like a social media person. That social media person going to obviously the social media and be the one to contact people in terms of guests, that kind of thing, and be a little bit of an assistant.
Okay. You're not the one person to do all that.
Yeah, dog, but that's what I feel like.
You want the social media person to be assistant.
I'm brainstorming, killer. I'm brainstorming. So it's you to tell me,
One
like,
kinda
okay, that
guys.
making sense, that not making sense.
Yeah, the social media person,
Social media and contacting people.
the same job.
You don't think
This is the coffee flow.
Huh? That's crazy, dog. Okay, I'm
No,
going to
because
clip that.
it's
I'm
a-
going to clip that. User hater, dog.
No.
Yeah. But
No,
okay,
it's
if you have 2 jobs, dog, you have 2 jobs. I mean, I'm not saying social media
You know
not a
why
job by
I said that?
itself,
Because
but
and that's what I'm saying. You
yeah,
have to
it is a
understand,
job by
doggy,
itself.
social media by itself. If you want somebody to be, and that's what I'm saying, dog. Going back to my point about the ATGs and thing, like you just don't have no experience in the vibe because you don't know. Hey, what you saying? My social media, and then all time contact my guest. Oh shit!
dog, oi, Missy, thank you for watching. Thank you.
So, if you're supposed to be a social media person, you want
I
to
don't know that,
put
but
all the time into analytics, doggy, posting, knowing like what, for social media, doggy, like again, dog, that is important. So the person is supposed to be, and that's 2 different jobs. And even in social media, it's a very broad thing because, for example, I thought you were just referring to like people doing your posts. So the editors are not people are going to be posting. And I thought it was the first thing you said was editor. I know you was editor for
yeah,
sure.
obviously.
So
Yeah.
the person
That was
will
the
be
second thing I would
your
have said.
thumbnails, your videos, proper thing. Like that's
Yeah.
basically production.
Yeah.
In fact, that's a different thing. Editor and production is 2 different things, by the way. So
What?
again, production. For example, let's say you have one of them big cameras.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
thing.
yeah. It's the
You still
person,
need
yeah, behind
somebody
the camera.
behind
yeah.
the cameras organizing everything.
Yeah, that is another one.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Then you have post production. So that's people. Now again, we still on a budget, so you have to have a man that can do a lot of everything.
I just come in and say, though, the production person
I-
can be the editor, though. I can see the
They-
social media person not being the assistant, but
they-
the production person can be the editor.
Yeah, because none of they can't. I'm just saying like I don't think about hear me out the jobs. So dog, I don't know, dog. You have like a big set, so you have like 3 different cameras and da 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 da. And dog, that's a lot for one person. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is.
But then they can
But
be.
we're on
They
a
can
budget.
be. Exactly.
Yeah.
Budget.
But
So, and the social media person in question now going to be doing the contacting. Sorry, the social media posts, the analytics, especially if they're running ads too. Like you have to think about adverts and all them kind of things. That's a dedicated position.
yeah, and I agree. 100% I agree.
And then the other person to do the outreach, I feel like it would be like the
No,
assistant type.
I feel like that can be me.
That could be you too.
Yeah, so I feel like the 2 main people that I would need is production / editing
Right.
and social media.
Now let's talk about payment. So how much you think that you go pay?
No idea.
Let's just put a value to it. That because we have a budget, remember?
Because okay,
Nisi.
so yeah.
So the social media
Obviously, it have to be Nisi because 80 grand. is
No,
easy.
I'm just saying. How
So-
much you think you pay them monthly?
How much we have left? 50.
50, yeah.
Okay, so we on a budget, so that 50 grand have to last until you make our money again. I mean, so that have to last until. But I don't know, dog,
Just doggy.
because
What's in your head, dog?
you cannot.
Listen, dog, you hire somebody, you know what you. How you mean, dog? You have 50 G's there.
Because the thing is, dog, you cannot just like. Obviously, the price have to be something that you can afford with the 50 G's for a
Exactly.
certain period of time,
Exactly.
and it have to be something that the person agree to.
But you see the issue you run into. You thinking you calculate, and again, obviously, we just doing impromptu type of vibe.
Yeah.
But like, check out now. Not only did you get like the upfront cost of like the equipment, which is the upfront cost. Sorry. Now you have recurring costs for employment, and that'll be very difficult with no revenue coming in. So you're just leaking without having anything coming in. So your bucket basically was like that, and then going down, and then just leaking slowly with month after month after month. And the thing is, I'm not saying that like you wouldn't get sponsorship dollars or whatever, but again, you just don't know when.
Yeah.
So what can happen is that one of 2 things can happen. You can get something by that time, but would it start like making the business make money? Because I understand a lot of businesses as well, like when they have investments and stuff, like they're not profitable until years after.
Yeah.
So hence my whole getting the 80Gs, getting the employment, getting the staff, getting the people, that doesn't guarantee shit. That's what I was trying to say.
No, yeah, I understand.
And now that you're going to be running the podcast, paying the people to run the podcast, and then be racking up some more views, doing paid adverts because you have to put adverts aside because you have money now. You want to have the best chance of getting out there with sponsorship dollars, doggy, like Google ads, Meta ads, TikTok, you know, them kind of things.
But what I will say though, because the whole point of the staffing and all them kind of thing is to move me away from all these things as much as possible. And I believe that, because I can't say it for, well, I can't say it for a fact. When I remove myself from this and have to pay attention to the camera, the production, the editing, contacting people, the social media and everything, I will have a lot more time to make the podcast my own and make it into something, because there's only so much time in the day. And in addition, I feel you push that a bit. In addition to having so much time, that a fixed amount of time in the day, I have a job. You check it. I have so many more things to pay
You have enough
attention
of
to,
it, yeah.
and I will just have more time to trim the fat, dog, to just make everything work, to
I
put more
agree.
thought and
Dog,
creativity
your
and
efficiency going to
authenticity.
go up
It's going to
exponentially.
skyrocket. So I believe that because the what was the word you use? Productivity and efficiency. Because that's going to skyrocket, it's going to transfer into me making the podcast into a product that people will want to now come to sponsor and come to do that kind of thing.
I'm not denying that, but
I know your point is that you just not sure that that's going to happen.
It's not I'm not sure. My first thing I told you initially was, look, I believe your trajectory. You will start pulling, but it's not a matter of if you will. It's a matter of when.
Yeah.
And that's my issue here, because what's going to do is going to be hard to maintain, and that's my big issue with the whole like getting early investment with no product yet, nothing yet. If you had already have like a following or like,
let's say you had like a 10 grand followers or like a 20 grand followers.
Followers on it can be a vanity metric.
When I say followers, I mean like on social, like everything.
You have good traction, like a little sponsorship here and there. You can monetize your stuff here and there, and something coming in, you can actually use that blueprint to now like put these things. And that's the thing.
It's a bit of a buffer, you mean?
Yeah, while you grow, you understanding where you have to put the time in. When you go and get the video editor, get the whatever, what you're saying is true. Your efficiency will skyrocket, but efficiency doesn't translate into dollars, dog. Like just doesn't. What it does, it translates into opportunity. So you give yourself more the likelihood of a chance of securing a sponsorship, of securing more followers.
Yeah, but what's the difference though? I mean, I get opportunity, not dollars, but
it's because you're going to be. It's like you're betting on yourself, which you should, But
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point.
It's betting on yourself at the expense of, and again, we go back to the idea of getting that money with the hopes of paying it back and making more.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like all that, in my opinion, we're just going to like allow you to do all these things. And again, let's be a little bit realistic here. We see that, but doggy, there are days that we're going to be down, a little depressed.
100%.
Especially if
bro, today self.
You don't see the attraction that you want to see, and sometimes, like your doggy, 3 years. But doggy 3 years is go by so fast, killer.
No, I understand. I understand. 100% I understand that.
And that's why,
bro, today self, I did not want to shoot. For the life of me, I did not want to shoot. Here I am though. Because and again, I was so, you yourself know, we setting up, dog, and I can't even form sentences because of, check you, that man yawning. Because that man doing 75 hard challenge. And now I have to work out twice a day and drink like 10 gallons of water. Okay. But, you know, we just have times like that. But, as you say, efficiency translates into more opportunity and a higher likelihood for you to do well and get profit and sponsorship and all that kind of thing. And I just truly believe, and all I could say is that I believe, because I do believe, and I am betting on myself, that once I remove myself from this and become more tunnel vision when it comes to creativity, authenticity, all that kind of thing, it will bring in the dollars though.
I agree. Partially. It's because
you just, according to you, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
It's a matter of when, but then my whole point in all this is that, like, you say all what you're going to remove yourself from, but doggy, that's what makes it so, dog, like, I just try to show you, like, all these little things for now makes the podcast. So you start delegating and doing these things, doggy, because you have it down pat. You know what you want. You know what you want to see. And you understand.
So what you're saying
when
is,
you get the whole team and get everything, it's like, okay, yeah, man. Back to the game, dog, like, I have it there. But you have it there without the experience.
So just now, what you're saying is, because I'm trying to get a better understanding of what you're saying, because I feel like we're on the same page, but I'm missing one of your points. So what you're saying is when I am the one doing everything, right? I know what my product is. I know what I want to see. I know what I want to create. But if, let's say,
In the initial stages.
in the initial stage,
Yeah.
let's just say I hire an editor.
Mm-hmm.
He producing and he editing. When he editing now, he'll just create a product, but he doesn't know what I want. Is that what you're saying?
As well, yes.
So he doesn't know what I want. So it will, because it's in a very early stage where the image is more or less in my head and not really in anybody else's head, it will kind of water down the
That and also
thing.
like you kind of validate it, because again, dog, your audience is in its infancy, so you can make the mistakes, you can get the dildo
Pause, bro.
sponsorship.
You
Get the dildo,
bro.
get the sponsorship, mess around and define your audience. All I'm saying is that do not premature injection, in my opinion, without any data to work with. Zero experience, zero whatever. It's like you're going to be literally throwing money at the wall because you're going to have all that, but then you still don't know what your brand is yet. You literally just said that.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And yes,
I
you can
understand.
find that along, but
That's what I'm
burning
saying.
for cash. You'll be paying an editor, paying the social media person.
That's why I said, bro. That's why I said, like, I feel like more thought can be put into how the money is going to be spent apart from equipment, because I feel like I kind of just try to come up with things to spend the money on,
Yeah.
as opposed to actually having a strategic way to spend $50,000. Because $50,000, like, bro, you could literally have one extra person helping you with everything else, and that can cut the workload in half and still make your efficiency
100%.
thing.
All I was getting at was the fact that from that time of given the fact that you have to get the return of that money, is like that's a target on your back. Now that's good. That can give you pressure. That can but it can also just give you the unwanted pressure as well.
Yeah, I
I'm just a
agree.
big
100%.
advocate
I
of
agree.
not doing things prematurely, though. Again, from my experience as
Yeah,
well.
and I know your experience.
Yeah, man, like just a couple of things. And the thing is, like, again, even my couple of my businesses are like, like just making a big impact early on can stunt your growth, can get you a bit overly confident. You check it like, and honestly, I see some of you and me, dog. Me and you, how's that going? Yeah, see some of me and you.
Pause.
Wow, that's just dog. That's a dog. It's not like, yeah, dog. Like I, say, dog. Wow, I didn't for like 3 weeks already, dog. I ain't editor. Like,
no, bro.
no, dog. Like,
yo,
and
people.
edit for years, and then and don't get me wrong, you don't have to be that guy. You can,
Let me tell you another reason why.
Tell me a reason why.
I am not. I like editing. I enjoy editing. Okay. I'm a creator at heart. I like to create. I like to use my imagination to just create things, and not just art. I like to paint. I like to draw. I like to, I just like to create. You check it? So when I'm editing, I love editing. I like to create the cinematic things and you need trailer things, and then it looking bad when I finish and different thing. But it becomes a chore when you trying to stay consistent and you're trying to make everything on point. It becomes a chore. And this is not. I didn't start the podcast because I like to edit.
And that's why I'm about to agree with you. Like, you're not trying to be the best video editor in the
Yeah,
world.
I'm not trying to be that. So it's like
a vehicle right now to get to where you.
Yeah,
man.
So it's like, I editing. Yeah, I trying to get good at editing, but not because I want to become an editor for a living. It's just because I have to learn how to edit because I'm the only person doing everything. You check it? So
I'm not saying that in itself gives you, because doggy, in your first episode to now, doggy,
night and day.
And it's only because of the experience and the combination of things that what you've watched, what you've seen, what you've
advice.
Just, and what I'm saying is that like money can cloud a lot of that.
Yeah.
Money comes in when you already know what you want to do. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
well,
all I'm getting at.
I agree with that point. But
if your plan, if whatever you have in your head, bro, the money can make that
That's
happen.
what I'm saying. So I feel like.
But how do you know? Because you just started the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you saying that, or your point is that I don't have experience, which is true. I don't have no experience in terms of podcasting. But it's like, I know what I want from the podcast.
But that's the thing. That's the
like
disconnect in
I
my
can't put it
mind.
into words.
It's like, but dog is like saying, it's like saying, yeah, I want that, but you don't know how to. Like I telling you, dog, I want to get to Grosley.
Mm.
You know where you want to go. You see the pictures of Grosley
You
proper,
see the pictures?
You see
He's trying to
the
buy a
guys.
helicopter.
but you just don't know like you don't know you don't know the path, dog. You don't know how to get to the
Yeah.
Grosley, dog. And you check it, you just don't know how to. Then let me give you a mad thing, eh? You go and buy an expensive Ferrari.
Just to
But you
refuse it.
still don't know. You have the vehicle to drive to Grosley,
Yeah.
but you don't have the directions to go to Grosley.
Yeah.
So whereas you was in Grosley, you here, you buy a Corolla, you're a Swift, and then like you're making your ways over the time. You get to town, you get lost, you go back road, you get lost again. But slowly but surely over time, dog, you're getting close to that destination. Unlike getting a big Ferrari, but you still nowhere near where you need to be, and it's even worse now because they don't the Ferrari.
I think Jeep would be a better thing. Because you have your Jeep V6 engine, 3.7 thing. All you had to do was take your little Aqua to drive from
yeah,
there
but
to
my
town.
point is,
The Aqua taking $10 gas. No matter how you put it, the Jeep will take $300 gas. So you leaking gas while trying to find out where you going. As opposed to
Jeep,
your
that's insane.
Aqua, that would not take no gas. And you
that's-
could just make mistakes, go there, drive for 3 days.
And that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That mistakes part is critical. You hear about failures already, dog. You promoting like the
Bro, I've
failures,
I've
traumas.
been failing, bro.
So you want to fail as with little expense as possible, rather than have a much bigger expense and then fail with a
Now you're putting what you're saying into words, though.
yeah, because using like analogies is not a
No, but
standard
that making sense now.
No, what I was saying was
bro, you were not saying that though. You were not saying that. You
but
were-
yes,
you have-
but
you-
sorry, that's another factor. Failing because it's a big
because
factor.
it makes now that you put it in that way, it makes a lot more sense. So like you failing, as you say, with as little expense as possible, as opposed to the same thing again with, let's say, instead of 80 grand, you got 10 grand as the investment.
That's
You
what I
have
said when
such
you
a
spoke.
much so I'm just reiterating what you said.
Alright. Say no, you say like I didn't say that, but to me,
Yeah,
I
so,
didn't say the mistakes part. I
yeah,
didn't
so
say about
that kind of put the puzzle pieces together. You must before that was a pause moment.
No, I want to say, okay, your spectrum. Sorry, I had to
Bro.
go scurrish.
Yeah, no. So like it kind of solidify or put together what you're saying because it makes a lot more sense. You have a lot less, I guess, room for expensive mistakes when you have a tighter budget dealing with, as opposed to you kind of throwing around money when you have so much money. Yeah.
And the thing is, you're still making progress because getting the Jeep doesn't necessarily make you get any closer to your goal, which is Grosley. Yeah, you have a nicer, fancier ride to get to
Grosley
there
is a place in St. Lucia, by the way.
for our international fans.
No, bro.
No, 100%.
Side note, they have international fans, you know.
I said, no,
London, UK, China, Japan. I so serious, bro. Like I'm not even capping.
I laughing, but
like I'm dead serious.
I know, doggy.
Yeah, my
Anyways.
partner in Japan. That's why. So you're watching the video from Japan.
But yeah, so 100%. So that's what I'm saying, and that's apart from like I think the pressures, being efficient or whatever the case may be. That's why when you already know how to go to Grosley, and then you're like, Irie, cool, you've done that. You know, like you can navigate the land a little bit or whatever. Then you say, Irie, I'm going to, I don't know, somewhere else in the same space. And you can put money into that and you can get there faster because you already know how to, you know, you
Okay,
already...
so where that?
80
80 grand again.
Yeah.
80 grand. Plus mentorship.
You know, funny enough, about tell you that, about tell you, if you are like a mentor,
Yes.
it will be a different conversation.
Now I feel like, and that's something I feel like I just didn't mention in the budget, not paying a mentor. But I feel like with the extra time, I would try extremely hard to get some sort of
Yeah, man.
successful mentor in that field.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like that's what that will propel it. In addition to the high efficiency from just removing myself, I feel like mentorship would be a key thing in that.
But I feel like you have one of the things that are super required, though, like the focus part.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Because a lot of times people people say like, wow, if only I didn't have my job or whatever.
You're mad.
and when they get the chance to, let's say, engross themselves in the act,
They
whatever it is that
don't.
they want to do, they don't, or they do,
For
but
5 minutes.
and it's, guys, being an entrepreneur is not the glamorous thing that
It's
people
not
think it
at
is.
all.
They
At
have
all.
the,
At
'cause
all.
at the end of the day, especially from, I don't get to like this system type of thing, but like from school, from like the way we've been trained and conditioned, we always have people to tell us what to do. When you become an entrepreneur, like you have to set your own path. And like all that cliche shit people talk about, it's true, and it's also like just the surface of it. Like you have to do your own scheduling, you have to do. And the thing is, if you're already good at, and that's the funny part is, yeah, people that at jobs that have side hustles that can't do the balance but are really good and really will be good at like the transition. It's only when the premature thing I was talking about where you feel
You
like,
start as an
let me
entrepreneur.
just jump
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
go into that,
Yeah.
like it can really like hamper your success.
Let me tell you,
And
that's
discipline
a
is super important.
yeah,
From school.
bro, and that's something I go lie, bro. That's something I had to develop as an adult.
Yeah, me too.
Like discipline and focus. Because as I said in one of my videos, plug, I'm the most focused I've ever been in my life, and that's how the video started. I am, but I am the most focused I've ever been, just because I don't even know why, bro. But I just know that my discipline is on the next level. Like I've never, compared to how I am now, I've never been disciplined. I was not disciplined before.
So maybe the conversation now, because maybe doggy, maybe if you can, because it's something like after I have my poems and whatever, I feel like you will try to handle it as responsibly as you could have.
100%,
Whereas maybe like
bro.
3 years ago,
Nah, don't give me 80 grand 3 years
not
ago.
blasted, but you the
No, you not. you'd, you'd give me 80. No, you'd give me 80 grand and just nasty. Yes, sir. Yeah. In the headlines, investor invest 80 grand and never saw that person again. Real dog. Yeah, you see, not 3 years ago. I would say like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, bro. Give me 80 grand. What?
I mean, you could listen to everything.
No, I get haughty.
I mean, you know, I was just saying that.
Yeah, dog.
Like it's a scammer, man.
No, 80 grand, dog. I see like, boy, 80 grand. I said, why? I can buy like 10 rentals, 10 fresh rice.
And if I think about experience, it's like, this makes you different, dog. Like
Yeah,
100%.
experience makes you like, yeah.
Yeah, man, because again, dog, like, yeah, and
I
no,
think that's what made me more
80 G is
focused.
not a lot of money, first and foremost.
Yeah, easy, yeah. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
not.
it's just like, and I don't say that because like, you know, man's balling or whatever. That's not the
Nah,
case.
it's
just having-
we calculate it.
It's just
We
being-
like we see where the money
You
goes.
just been real, dog. Like,
Yeah.
especially from a business perspective, and that's a funny thing about that, though. Like in business, like, boy, like, and again, that's a very obvious thing, but missing revenue is not profit. Like,
I see.
you say AC, but dog, I'm telling you, dog, you like, because you
Bro,
feel-
even your profit is like, as an entrepreneur,
Your
even your
profit-
profit is not profit, dog. Because I just feel like, as an entrepreneur, you make your money, you make your revenue, you have your expenses, you have your profit. Even your profit, dog, is like you still have to kind of watch your profit because,
you know,
bro, as an entrepreneur, you just never know what's going to happen. You just never know what's
that's
going
the
to
many
happen.
thing. You or thinking about like, boy, when you broke 9 to 5.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
broke from a 9 to 5
broke-
compared to when you broke as an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, that's a
Woi,
different dog.
Let me tell you, dog. The other time, dog. The other time, I was doing well, bro. I was doing well. And when I say I
Oh
was
yeah,
doing-
they said like the high is high.
yeah.
No,
Bro, the other time I was making, and that's a lot of money for me because I was, don't laugh at me, Messi. Because I just started my business. When I say just started, I was about 8 months into my business from making,
that's still.
yeah, from making like,
I know, props to you, by the way. Like, I like to see, like, at the end of the day, making money from, like, that you create this system to make money. But that's be proud of that, doggy.
yeah,
Doesn't matter
yeah,
what,
man.
no, 100%.
Like
dog.
I could tell
100% dog.
somebody I ran a business for a couple years and I moved because I wanted to move and not because my business was making money. Like just because I felt like I wanted to move. Into
Yeah,
something
man.
else. So yes, dog. That man just interrupt my story, guys.
I remember
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But yeah, bro, I was making about like when I just start, like when I say just start, like the first month, like because okay, let me tell you how the business start. I never wanted to start a business for that particularly.
Right.
I started this business because nowhere in St. Lucia at the time that I was applying to everywhere was accepting male therapists.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I can't get a job, so it's better I just start a business. So that's how it started.
Okay.
So
Out
I
of necessity.
out of necessity. So I literally necessity is the mother of invention. That's the phrase.
I think yeah.
Yeah, that let me tell
Mine
you.
too initially when I.
Yeah, but anyways, so I sent out a broadcast on WhatsApp, bro. In that first month, I probably made like in a week, probably I made like $700 or $800, something like that. I was like, whoa, you could make that so fast, bro. But it was like initial hype. Everybody just like everybody just kind of trying to support you. You check it. So after that, I was probably making like $200 a month, them kind of thing.
I think, yeah.
Because nobody knows you. And then I kind of started like hitting a stride. Like I started posting, I started to do really bad flyers and just saying it on WhatsApp and different things. And like I started to actually hit a stride, bro. And I had like contracts with people. So like somebody was paying me like 1-2 hair, and somebody else was paying me like $800 a month. And the money accumulating.
Oh, yeah, man.
So I got to a point where I was clean every month making about a $3,000. Like off of like let's say 4 or 5 clients, like I was making consistent money.
Yeah,
You
man.
check it, and I was so proud of that. But then the other point where dog that just dropped killer, like like one of my biggest client got to the point where like because it was a business that was basically offering my massage services, so it was like a private business
Yeah.
that was offering me as a therapist. So they would call me. I think I offered them as like a certain amount of a quota of massages a month, and they could just use it, but they paid me like a fixed rate.
Okay.
So that's basically what it was.
Would they always hit that quota, by the way?
They were eating
on the-
more.
So,
So like let's say the quota was like 10 massages a
Massages?
month. They would do that, and then I would give them a discounted rate for the extra massages.
Okay,
So,
I just
yeah,
didn't
so
know.
doing 10 massages, let's say my massage was $200 for an hour, I'd give it to them for like maybe 130, 140, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And like a discounted rate.
It's a big discount though, but you can continue.
Yeah, no, I was throwing figures around.
Okay.
But yeah, so that happened. My biggest client say, you know what? I think it was a seasonal thing. They were saying like, boy, this season it just get to a point
I think
where
about especially like the hospitality space.
yeah,
Like even hotels and things
they
like
just not
cut
getting
on staff
clients and
them
all
kind
them
of
kind.
things.
Bro, so the fellas say we are using that. We go check you like when things get back to a point where we need you, but like for now, so one client down. So
Down.
slash my thing in half. Then like 2 other people just say like, you know what, the same thing, bro.
Yeah, no,
And then I had like private guests, like
but
private.
side note, that was at a period of like between when you started and how long? Like how long was that?
About a year.
Just a year in.
Yeah, about
So-
8 months, I said.
Oh, sorry, you said 8 months, but then you had to go back. I said that because that was your first time experiencing the fluctuation in clientele
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that was
experience.
yeah, dog. So I say all that to say, and I had like 1-2 individuals that were paying me monthly also. So like people that was paying me like probably $700 monthly to come to them alone. Like
Just like one-off thing type of thing.
no, not one of you. They were paying me monthly,
Sorry, monthly.
to come to them multiple times a month. You check
Okay,
it,
yeah.
but they were just paying for the month because I don't have card machine, so they would just do bank transfers
The
every
penalty.
month,
Okay.
and then just say okay, that is for the month, and every time they want a massage, they just check in me and I come. I go to them, man. Bro, all that kind of just stop killer. So the other point where a month, dog, after making like so much money cumulatively, I make like $150.
In the month?
Yeah, dog, in a month from doing like 1.5 massages, and it was like full body massages, like 2 massages, like a back massage and something else. You check it, and so like I really saw like the fluctuation. I was like, wow, boy.
Dog, you know what you should do? As you get that idea, that's not straight. I'm just talking shit there. But like, let me go to the beach, put your massage chair, bring the camera, and just do a thing, dog.
A massage thing.
Yeah, dog. Massage and take your photos.
Yes, dog. That's like, oh, where were you? Where were you when I needed you, dog?
Oh, you end up linking up at this doggy. That's the reason why we link up now, doggy.
Bro,
They have a reason.
do you know?
Did you know? And he was a.
I'm not even going to say that because that don't make it sense. But like I just feel like I would use you so much. You'd hate me, dog. You'd hate me. I would use you
Tell me
so
that's a
much.
pause moment.
Pause.
You see, you saw and which the hardest be. I saw
Pause
in
for
the
true.
thought
Yeah.
like yeah man, but
But I mean, I would use you so much. Like, yeah, pause for you.
yeah, no, pause. I can't check the pause.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
pause.
pause for you. Pause for you.
But,
But yeah,
yeah.
dog, you would hate me, dog. I would use you so much,
I
killer.
don't understand, but pause.
Yeah.
How? Like now you want to
You want to know? Yeah, bro. Like,
You know it'd be controversial, but like if I make the intro like that,
yeah, yeah. Bro. Yeah, I go do that. I do that. I do that. I do that. Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you were
But
saying.
yeah,
As I seen you how.
yeah, bro, just for the content.
Mm,
For the
mm.
content, for sure.
Yeah, like even and the thing is that's what a professional is though. Like a professional, in my opinion, like somebody that's they have their doubts and stuff, but I be like a professional, somebody that's able to deliver a
Confidently.
consistent result over time.
Okay.
So and your work speaks for itself.
You don't think also, just in addition to that, someone who thinks they have enough experience and skill to be able to try something new
That too.
without, without, like, for example, you into photography, cinematography, videography, and all that kind of thing, but you never shot a wedding before. But you feel like you have enough skill if somebody asks you, yeah.
Yeah,
You'll say
yeah.
it.
Because I mean that's definitely transferable skills. Of course, you know that I like to use that some domain expertise like in weddings because weddings it's just a lot you have to consider in weddings.
Yeah.
And the funny
But
part
like
is
as a somebody that's just been in this and you
Yeah,
you have
so
that, so you're able to just maybe just do your research and
What
say,
I-
okay,
what
I
I
need
would
this,
say-
that, and the other.
you hot,
Mm.
you wouldn't be able to deliver like a 100% like a wedding photographer, but you could do at least 80% probably
Okay.
of that. Because if you like, let's say you do need like other things and then you come and do, because again, dog, like you'll understand the concepts of camera, lighting, positioning, like all that kind of stuff. So is that in a wedding, like there are things that, oh shit, that's the ceremony
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's things that you wouldn't catch
yeah.
because you don't do weddings. That's
Yeah.
that's all it's about.
I actually was listening to Bex. You know Bex. You have I don't know if it's a podcast. Like
But you say you have
I'm
a-
not sure what it is,
yeah.
but you have a thing, and you were saying about he doesn't really do wedding thing, but wedding shoots, but he does sometimes, and like bro, they have like certain things you just have to be. You kind of just have to have the experience to like know like okay, we need to start preparing for this. And then there was this story he gave about like literally like at weddings, everybody want to take a video.
Side note, I've never been to a wedding before. I kid you not. I don't joke it. I've just never been to a wedding. I don't know.
That literally like you see when your story have like a punchline, like a climax,
Yeah.
like you just stole my climax for my story. Because that's just so much more intriguing.
Not true.
Bro, you know how many
I
weddings I've
say-
been to and funerals?
I say that.
You been to funerals?
Yeah. Why?
I guess
Why?
more
Why?
people
get
dying
this?
than married in
Yeah.
No, that's not even funny.
That's what.
That's even funny.
What we consider? Yes, I've been to funerals, but what I'm saying is that like, I only mention this because I wouldn't maybe understand the story. Like you about to give a joke or something, and maybe
It's not a joker, but like what I was saying is
being at a wedding would make me understand more. Is what I'm saying.
okay. Well, I don't think you would need to be at a wedding to
Okay,
understand.
that's what I can get at.
But yeah, you was like everybody just want to take a video at the wedding.
Yeah.
So like it kind of impedes the actual wedding, the person that's shooting the wedding, it impedes their process because imagine you trying to take, let's say, I almost stand up to show you. But let's say
trying to take a shot and-
you're taking a shot of the bride walking down the aisle.
Right.
So you'd be in front of the bride walking. Imagine while the bride walking, you taking your shot and somebody just come out with a phone in front of you, in front of your shot. And then like what he was saying is that like you kind of have to have experience in that to let people know, like, by the aisle especially, like,
Yeah, man,
like
exactly,
make space for the
exactly.
and he was giving a story about there was, I think, a scene of people like they had to jump off a step or jump over a broom or something like that at the wedding. And as the people jump over a broom, somebody just come with a big iPad coming to take a video of the people in the man's shot. And the man literally stopped the wedding to make the bride and groom go back
And do it again?
because the person interrupted the shot, bro.
For sure. And dog, that circles back to what we're talking about today about
Yeah.
experience. I remember when I did a couple of my shoots and stuff, like when I'm a photographer, guys, or photographer.
What you got?
When I came out and I got the flash for the first side, the speed light, like doggy, like I was just had to figure out like, okay, you bouncing off walls, like how I, like just so much that makes sense. And it's only after you experience it. Honestly, you tell me about the whole thing there, like the whole shoot. Maybe for I tell you, all right, no, but I would basically consider say yes to you, given if you get all that thing for me. But,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know for true, but yeah, because don't get like it's after experience and time, and that's the thing. It makes you more and more confident. If it's one thing I would say, if between like your fears of like this when you just start and like 6 months pass and you have that exact same fear, you make progress. Put anxiety aside. Like at the end of the day, you're supposed to be able to put enough good repetition, as you call like iterations, like good iterations to be able to feel more confident.
Yeah, man. For me though, like use the word fear, and I feel like I don't really have fears anymore, especially when it comes to just goals. Because yeah, I shouldn't say I don't have fears.
Generally talking about in the whole thing, massage we're talking about.
Just anything in general, like anything I'm pursuing.
Okay.
But I don't even want to say I don't have fears. What I want to say is, if I'm not afraid, I'm not really motivated to do it. Because I just feel like the goal not big enough. Because for the podcast, dog, let me tell you, Lord help me, I'm afraid. Because, like, bro, it's just a scary feeling to it's almost like I'm afraid of how big I want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, because, like,
I think you're putting it.
yeah, because bro, I put myself out there. I literally my intro video when you go on my YouTube channel is me talking about, bro, I want the big house, I want the helicopter.
I never saw that though.
Like when you know when you go on people's channel, there's this video that automatically plays. That's what it is. So it's like almost like, yeah, boy, I want this to be something that pull in 100,000 US a month. You check it? That's a scary thing to me. It's very scary. But at the same time, if it wasn't that scary, I wouldn't want to do it. Because I just feel like the goal is it's not worth it if it's not giving me anxiety.
And back to what you talking about, you was digging me up, but dog, like, yeah, dog, even doing this is giving me more and more. Like, dog, from time I met you, and I've been recording myself more.
Oh.
I've been recording myself more because I, like, again, dog, I have the, not 40 grand camera, but I have the camera.
You have the equipment.
Equipment, and like, yeah, and that same thing about the whole premature, like, don't get me wrong, love it and everything, but like, if just going back to the sense of like knowing your purpose of things and not getting things prematurely, but when you have them, you make use of them, and that's what I want to be doing because, like, again, dog, like, I know what I could do, so yeah. But secondly, all next thing about like and that's why too, like, I have no interest in like doing these little things. Like, honestly, I think I showed you today with the my product stuff. I say it for nothing, but that's actually what I want to do initially. Though I really like doing product shots and videos. And
I saw you did that was even before like I started linking you and thing. I think I saw like you did couple shots and thing and you put it on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I'm into, like. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, man. Because again, look, I tech
cameras. And I do because your Instagram is open, right?
Yeah.
So why I never follow you or try to talk to you or anything? That's what I try to think because I think I saw videos of you and I know, dog. I know, but I feel like unless it wasn't you, it probably wasn't you, dog. It probably because I feel like if it was you, I would try and reconnect with you and like. Context, like I met them a couple years ago. We were really good, like really cool and thing, and we just vanished out of each other's lives, and then we reconnected like last year.
Yeah, thanks to our butcher friend Kyle.
Yeah, so yeah, context.
But, yeah, dog. But yeah, so
yeah, so you like do the product.
And the thing is, and I feel like my issue is because like, and I have to move that mindset. And look, I know it very well, anyways. But like, anything you could do, at least 10 G's from anything. But like, I want to sit in the space of what I think that not make me the most. You know what? My issue again, as I just skill what I just said a while ago, is the fact that the part I haven't found what like you found yet.
You haven't found
what again, you want to make the money, but you see very much interest and passion in this. And as much as anything, I feel like I'm still getting there.
Yeah. I feel that same way in terms of the brand.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I know for sure the podcast creating them kind of thing, being able to provide value to people,
Mm-hmm.
that is me.
Okay.
In terms of the brand, the identity that I want to
Okay,
have,
I
all
feel
that
you.
kind of thing, I still find in myself in terms
I
of
feel
that.
you.
So I can understand where you're going.
But again, like I was saying earlier,
But
like,
let me tell you what though,
tell me what.
getting to this point came from trying a lot of different things. That's why I cannot have any regrets from the
Okay.
past. So
Mind you.
getting to this point, I started a business, ran it for 3 years, realized, no, I don't want to do that. I started YouTube initially doing self-help videos, jiu-jitsu videos, that kind of thing. I realized, yeah, but not in the direction I want to
Right.
go. And I started like, what I started a few other things, and then like just trying different things. I started painting and like realizing the the content creation for painting. So like videos on how I did what I did and all that kind of thing, and taking pictures, posting it, trying to go into selling painting, and I realized, okay, no,
Well, I
not
never
at
knew that
all.
pattern that you painting back.
I had a whole Instagram thing and all that
is-
kind of thing. And
But the repetition.
yeah, the repetition, not just the repetition, but the mistakes, the failures, and realizing, okay, yeah, just trying different things. Because it's not exactly iterations in one thing. Because I could say I did iterations for the podcast, but it wasn't really iteration. It was just trying different
Yeah.
things to realize, okay, no, 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 no. And then it kind of streamlining everything to realize, okay, that's where I go in.
I would say that uncertainty is in for my video stuff. I haven't found my video niche yet. But
But do you know that it's video you want to do then? Because that's the thing.
no, media is important, dog, in this age. You have
Yeah,
to
but
just
let's
go
not
out
talk
there.
about importance. Let's just talk about
And I love
what you
taking
want to
video.
do.
I like to. Do I like to speak? I love to speak. I
I
like to talk.
don't know if you love it, but you do.
I like to talk.
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh no, like I said, doing this more and more, if you makes me more. No,
I feel like, bro, I feel like you have a little bit of a mental block when it comes to that because you don't want to do podcast, but I feel like you kind of do want to do it. You just probably don't.
Podcasting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like,
But I would.
you obviously like to do something on camera, with other people. Maybe you do porn.
I won't lie. I didn't think that's what you were saying, doggy. I was literally.
Yeah, but like all jokes aside, dog, you know you like to do things on camera, with people, just interesting people, that kind of thing. Yeah, maybe you should do some
I
sort
think I
of
mental block
creation. Yeah, you have a little
And I
bit of a
always
mental block.
recording, dog. Like I always
Yeah.
recording myself.
Always for true, dog. And I feel like you're supposed to have bad videos in your story, and I'm
Always
like,
telling me,
yeah,
why
like,
are you doing that?
you have so much talent when it comes to the production part of the editing part of things, and even the production part of things, dog, and it's in your story
My
posting.
friend tell me.
Like, dog, you're supposed to have your portfolio there on
You tell me
Instagram.
that's too good to be
To put
posted
in your story, dog.
What if
That's
it's
so
not
true. But that's so true, dog. I agree with that.
I know, dog.
Yeah,
I
bro.
just.
But Messi, sorry to cut you off, but we need to wrap this up, guys.
Oh yeah, dog. You might fast have to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So.
Thank you so much for. Oh, come back in the frame, guys.
What the dog, man?
Yeah. Yeah, but thank you so much, guys, for joining in on this episode. As I said, this was my attempt at being consistent. It is a little bit off script of what I normally do, but thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.
If you all.
They did. Okay, we've been optimistic about it. I know at least one person did. Okay.
Probably our girlfriends though.
Yeah.
And our one viewer in
Japan. Yeah, but thank you so much for staying till the end. Thank you, Nazim, for being here and
Yeah,
being
man.
my spare guest. He's going to be back
No, I
quite
see, you might see
a
what-
few times
spare.
being the spare guest.
The spare
But yes, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff if you want to see more of this content, this kind of content and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I hope you picked up some gems because we spoke about a lot of different things. So I hope you picked up some.
Let's say you're going to talk with the bar now.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to leave the good parts in for sure. But anyways, we've come to the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.